DIA, we often get the question where one should go when looking for inspiring insurance innovations. In almost all cases, our answer is Asia. Important catalysts in developing the Asian insurance market are Invest Hong Kong and its ecosystem partners, Cyberport and Hong Kong Science and Technology Park. Hong Kong is one of the world's leading Fintech and InsurTech hubs. Hong Kong has 165 authorized insurers, and the total gross premiums of the industry were $74.4 billion in 2019. Furthermore, the city serves as a breeding ground for fintechs and insurtechs that aim to conquer Asia. In this presentation, Invest Hong Kong Cyberport and Hong Kong Science and Technology Park will jointly provide profound information about the fintech and insurtech landscape in Hong Kong. They will tell more about their funding and incubation programs and the support provided by the Hong Kong government. Together they are supporting companies to successfully land in Hong Kong. Next on DIA Primetime, Invest Hong Kong together with Cyberport and the Hong Kong Science and Technology Park.
In case you wonder, if you're considering expanding into Asia, you might ask, why Hong Kong? There are actually four main reasons that are very compelling about why you should choose Hong Kong as a launchpad. Number one, the market size. Now, being one of the leading international financial centers, there are enormous breadth and depth in the financial sector, in which there are over 160 banks, over 160 insurance companies, over 800 asset managers. So there are basically enormous breadth if you are a B2B fintech company. And number two, adoption. In a recent survey by HKMA, actually 86% of the survey banks have indicated that they've already adopted some level of fintech or in the process of doing so. So that means that all these banks are quite ready to embrace fintech as part of their new ways of transforming their day-to-day activities. And number three, I would like to share with you about the enormous fundraising environment, which you might have come across different IPOs over the past many years that made Hong Kong the leading IPO market in the world. And number four, actually the Hong Kong government has been putting lots of resources behind various innovation initiatives. So that's why there are different support schemes in which you can take advantage of to help you take care of different parts of needs, from R&D to talents, to business developments, and overseas expansion schemes would be.
Entrepreneurs, investors, and innovators from all over the world. In this series, we will talk about your global expansion in the Far East market. So in this market, one big market that you cannot miss, the One Belt, One Road. This is an initiative proposed by China in the year 2013. So far, 68 countries have joined the One Belt, One Road, covering 65% of the world population and generating 40% of the world GDP. So the next question is, where do we find the key to the One Belt, One Road market? Today, we say it is the Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau Greater Bay Area. This is a new initiative by the Chinese central government in the year 2017. So this particular area is located in the southern tip of China, talking about 1% of the total Chinese land area, equivalent to the size of Ireland, Latvia, Panama, or the state of West Virginia, covering 5% of the total Chinese population, around 70 million. So which is similar to the size of the population of UK, Italy, or South Africa. But this 1% of land, 5% of population, generates an impressive 13% of the Chinese national GDP. So up to 1.5 trillion US dollars. So this size is equivalent to the national GDP of Australia or Spain. So which sector should be focusing in this Greater Bay Area? Total 6 areas: innovation and technology, green business, finance, infrastructure and logistics, tourism, and healthcare. So Hong Kong plays an important role in this Greater Bay Area. So first of all, Hong Kong is the world's #1 offshore renminbi clearing center. Hong Kong is also Asia's 2nd largest foreign exchange and sustained a 44% growth since the year 2016. Hong Kong is also the world's #3 foreign direct investment. So that means your venture, your investment, and your global business development in Hong Kong should be safe and convenient.
Fintech is always a strategic focus in Cyberport. Within Cyberport, we now have over 1,500 companies, but over 350 of them are in Fintech. The development is definitely robust. We also branched out our Fintech development into several subclusters that will be including PayTech, RegTech, WealthTech, Blockchain, InsurTech, and many other more. With the support of the incubation, we definitely would like to invite you guys to join us.
So how can the Fintech team at Yes Hong Kong help you explore and enter the Hong Kong markets? Now, first of all, the way that we position ourselves is that we are really your conduits and your primary point of contact in exploring the Hong Kong market. As a result, we are basically there to help you along the way from applying for visa, the licensing aspects of the issues in case the license may take a bit longer than you expected. And at the same time, if you have needs to explore the different business opportunities, we are also there to connect you with the right business partners. At the same time, we are also there to help you to connect with the different government departments in case you have different needs around the support funding schemes.
Hong Kong Science Park is located in the heart of Hong Kong, providing offices, laboratories, big data, and ecosystem for global startups like you to prosper in the market. It is the ideal location for all the entrepreneurs from the startups. Welcome to Hong Kong Science Park.
In Cyberport, we have close to 1 million square feet of office space that you can easily rent our space as our tenant. But at the same time, we also have 7 co-working space, and actually 2 of them focus just on Fintech. So everybody you kind of see in here will be speaking of your language. And also here we have rooms, we have hot seat, and we have individual cubicles that are all easily available for you guys to rent. And for the hot seat, the cost is relatively cheap. That would be only Hong Kong dollar 800 of them. So welcome you guys to join us. Once you become part of the Cyberport family, we will help you in many ways. In fact, there are 3 networks that will be help you. The first one is the enterprise network, the second one is investor network, and the third one is the technology network. For the enterprise network, we do know you guys are always looking for clients. We do have many engagement with a lot of listed company and many other financial companies. In the past, we work with Hang Seng Bank, we work with Bank of China to create hackathons. For this would be exactly the opportunity for you guys to join and also to showcase your solution to them. At the same time, there will be some POC, proof of concept opportunity for you guys up to grab. And also, we understand you guys are always looking for new funding. That's why we created this Cyberport Investor Network. Meaning, in the past, there are a lot of investors invest in Cyberport Ventures. We want to help you guys to create such investment opportunity to line up and meeting with those PE, equity fund, or even like other investors. The last but not least, we also have the technology network. We understand you guys are very good in your specific domain, but there are some other good technology companies that are willing to help. They are including AWS, Microsoft. If you guys join our incubation or even rent our space in co-working space, they would actually offer you free credits up to like 10,000 US for you guys to use their service for free. So don't miss them.
For overseas companies landing in Hong Kong, the Hong Kong Science Park have the program Inno Express. This is a 180 days program for you to understand all the necessary information before your landing at the Hong Kong Science Park. This program is divided into 3 stages. The first stage, Prologue, is for you to understand more of the Hong Kong advantages. The second stage, Show and Tell, is for you to understand yourself more, whether you are fit in this ecosystem. And the final stage, which is the most important stage, the On-the-Scene program. We invited all the interested startups from all over the world to come to the Hong Kong Science Park for a 2-week intensive program for you to learn more about the landing necessities and for you to make the right decisions to land in Hong Kong. For overseas companies landing in Hong Kong, the Hong Kong Science Park have a wide range of different programs to suit startups from the seed round to the later stage investments. If you are fintech inventors who would like to start up your business in Hong Kong, we have the pre-incubation program called STEP for you to complete your business ideas and to form your company in Hong Kong. So if you have a company already set up, we welcome you to join our 2-year INCUBATION program, so which is more on the business application and then put your ideas into practical commercialization. If you are going into more deep tech like blockchain, like red tech, etc., so we have a 3-year deep tech incubation program called InsurTech. So these 3 programs offers you different business support services like setting up your office, building up your tax profiles, hiring your first engineering teams and talents, bringing good connections with the universities, and then finding new ideas. 2, very solid financial support on cash rebates, cash reimbursement, and even government funding.
Cyberport do provide different programs to help you in different stages of development. The first one is Cyberport Creative Microfund. This one particularly targets those earlier in the entrepreneur journey. It doesn't matter whether you are a student, entrepreneur, even serial entrepreneur, as long as you have a good idea and you haven't developed your prototype, you can submit your business proposal to us. Every year, we will take in a certain amount of them, and each winner for this will get Hong Kong dollar $100,000 to further develop your prototype within the coming 6 months. Once you finish the CCMF, we will strongly encourage you guys to join the next program and move on in your entrepreneur journey. That would be our Cyberport Incubation program. This program has a very good track record. In Hong Kong, we have about 9 unicorns. 3 of them has joined this program and become very successful. Certainly, we want you to be the next one. Speaking of the program, this one, every year we will take in about 130 new companies to join this program. Please submit your proposal to us 3 times in a year. If we like that idea, we would give you Hong Kong dollar $500,000, also together with a free office space for 2 years. Apart from that, you would also enjoy the assistance from our investor network, enterprise network, and also technology. For us, Cyberport, we organize a lot of fintech events that would be including Asia Financial Forum, Hong Kong Fintech Week. If you are very good, we would also suggest you guys to be the speaker for this event. Usually, you will be speaking to about 2,000 people. They are CXO level, and that would actually create an enormous and also important opportunity for you guys to be spotted by a lot more other investors.
Now, if you are a B2B solution provider in fintech, we have good news for you. Basically, the Hong Kong government has a dedicated scheme for R&D. It is called ESS, an Enterprise Support Scheme. So what this is that we recognize that there are a lot of international solutions they need localization. In doing so, you have to deploy resources to localize the technology. And this particular scheme is basically offering a one-to-one dollar matching basis in which to lower your costs in doing so. At the same time, we would take it one step further by offering the R&D cash rebate scheme to further bring down the cost.
At Hong Kong Science Park, particularly for scale-up companies, we have a special acceleration program called LEAP, which is Leading Enterprise Acceleration Program. So this LEAP program offers not just investment seed funding, which will take up your equity, but also your business consultancy services. We have a specific team of mentors helping your company to grow within this acceleration period.
We understand the growth is important for you guys, and you guys are hungry for this. That's why we also set aside another program called Accelerator for you guys. Once you join our incubation, you also will be entitled to this. For this program, you will be entitled to have 300,000 Hong Kong dollar as financial subsidy to join different accelerator. They are accelerator like plug and play, 500. Usually they cost certain amount of money. But for this, you can enjoy the benefit and also speed up the growth of your company.
As we talk to the different fintech entrepreneurs, we're asking them, by the way, what are the things that can really help you to propel your business to the next level? And of course, the business adoption on the client side is one of the major issues that have been expressed to us in many, many times. Now, so that's why we'd like to introduce to you another government scheme called TVP. It stands for Technology Voucher Program. So what it does is that it is a program that can help subsidize and pay for the technology adoption on the client side, in which, in return, basically the client is now paying a much lower cost to embrace and take on a new technology solution in the form of pilots or proof of concept. So this is a scheme that's really popular in the past many years. And in fact, in a recent conversation, we got feedback that there's been a pretty high conversion rate in terms of successes in applying for this scheme. So we highly encourage you to take advantage of this TVP scheme in a way to help you get more traction with your clients. Oftentimes, when we're trying to understand the needs of entrepreneurs, now fundraising often rises to the top. When we look at the Hong Kong fundraising environments, we are very proud to have a group of very accomplished investors that belong to the HKVCA, the Hong Kong Venture Capital Association, in which the members manage a total of over $2 trillion of private capital. It's an enormous pool of capital. Now, as a result, once we're able to identify your needs, then we're able to connect you with either the early stage angels, the VCs, or some of the VCs represented of the ITVF, which is a special program in collaboration with the Hong Kong government. And what that is that we're able to provide you with funding needs in a public-private collaboration. Now, so besides equity fundraising, we also have different loan financing needs. One of them is a 100% loan guarantee by the Hong Kong government. So there will be different kind of needs being taken care of by the schemes in either equity fundraising as well as in loan financing.
We have recently done a research on Crunchbase. For the top 600 Hong Kong investors in the past 5 years, they have made an impressive 2,600 investments, talking more than $4.7 billion raised during this process. And with these 2,000-something investments, so far, they have identified almost 4,000 portfolio companies investors. Some good examples of the VCs, including Alibaba Entrepreneurship Fund, Betatron, Brink, Everbright, etc. So it offers a wide range of investments from early stage to later stage. So the top industries that these investment portfolios are raised, including software, internet, particularly Fintech. They are the fastest growing investment portfolios in the Hong Kong investors. So, coming back to Hong Kong, so what sort of fundings that we are expecting? So at the Hong Kong Science Park, we have both the buy side and the sell side investments. For the buy side, we have a specific HKSTP Ventures, which was founded in the year 2015. So far, 22 different portfolios has been raised with a leverage of 1 to 13 times. On the sell side, the Hong Kong STP, we founded the Hong Kong Business Angel Network, Hong Kong BAN, Hong Kong BAN, so which raised early stage investments. So far, in the last 2 years, we have raised over 21 billion Hong Kong dollars.
I'll just share a couple of the programs that can provide financial assistance. For this one, if you are part of the Cyberport community, so if you are even not in our incubation, you can even enjoy. That would be our macro fund. For this, it works as our VC arm. Cyberport will co-invest into you guys. In the past, we have invested in over like 17 projects already, and we hope you guys can be the next one.
I hope that in the past couple minutes, you have learned a lot more about the benefits for using Hong Kong as your base for international expansion, as well as expansion in other parts of Asia. And of course, there's just a lot of information to really get to sink in. And of course, we understand that. So that's why you can simply scan the QR code at the bottom so that you can get much more detailed information of the various support schemes and important information for you to make a decision for landing in Hong Kong. And last but not least, I want to thank you for your attention. And we really look forward to welcoming you to Hong Kong and be part of the FinTech family in Hong Kong. Thank you very much.